All right, today we're diving into a really chilling animated horror story. It's all about what can happen when you decide to mock ancient superstitions. And let me tell you, this is a dark tale that starts in a classic horror setting, a curse left at a crossroads. So the story kicks off in the dead of night with these super ominous words. You see this mysterious, hooded woman, and she leaves this small, cursed-looking bundle right at a crossroads. Basically, she's just transferred all her misfortune, what they call her bala, onto these things. And now, well, now she couldn't care less who stumbles upon it. And wouldn't you know it, just moments later, our potential victims show up. We've got four friends walking home from a party, laughing, joking, full of life. They've got this real easy confidence, especially this one girl, Priyanshi. And they have absolutely no idea what kind of spiritual trap is just sitting there waiting for them in the dark. Okay, so to really get what's about to go down, you gotta understand what a choraha, or a crossroads, means in this context. In Indian folklore, and honestly in a lot of cultures around the world, it's not just where two roads meet. It's something more. It's a thin place, right, where our world and the spirit world kind of overlap and bleed into each other. And those items left there, they're called kriya samagre. They're part of a ritual specifically designed to pass a curse to, well, whoever is unlucky enough to disturb them. This is absolutely a place you do not mess with. So picture this. Under a flickering streetlight, the inevitable happens. Priyanshi, remember her? She doesn't see the bundle on the ground and just steps right on it. And at that exact moment, that flickering light goes steady. Bam. Contact has been made. Her friend, Ayushi, is totally horrified. She's begging her, apologize right now, just say it was a mistake. But Priyanshi, she just laughs it off, calls her a coward, and then she actually doubles down on her defiance. She taunts her friend, saying something like, yeah, let the ghost do whatever it wants. And then, to top it all off, she kicks the ritual items, scattering them everywhere. Wow, the invitation has officially been sent. And yeah, the consequences? They don't wait. Not at all. Priyanshi might have walked away from that crossroads, but believe me, something from that crossroads has followed her right on home. Later that night, as she's trying to sleep, she starts hearing this faint sobbing in her room. And when she opens her eyes, oh man, she sees a woman in a red sari with a horribly burnt face just perched on her ceiling fan, staring down at her. Priyanshi blinks, and poof, the figure's gone. She blinks again, and the woman is literally right on top of her, lunging. Of course, she lets out this blood-curdling scream. Her parents rush in, but they have no idea what's really happening. They do what any parent would do, right? They assume it was just a nightmare and tell her to go back to sleep. But this is no dream. So after her parents leave, something draws Priyanshi to her mirror, and her neck just twists at this totally unnatural angle as this grotesque smile spreads across her face. Then she starts smearing her makeup all over the place, laughing like a maniac, before she just collapses, unconscious, on the floor. The next day, things get, well, even worse. Her mom is trying to get her to eat something, and Priyanshi just leaps off the bed, grabs a cockroach scurrying on the floor, and eats it. Just pops it in her mouth like it's a piece of candy. I mean, can you imagine? So at this point, her parents are, completely terrified. Her father, he's trying to find any rational explanation for this madness he's seeing. So he insists, we need to take her to a doctor. He's just clinging to logic. But here's the thing. Logic has no place in what's happening to their daughter. So the family seeks medical help. But a prescription isn't going to fix this. The whole situation is just escalating way, way beyond their control. And this, of course, creates a huge conflict between her parents. The father is convinced it's some kind of psychological breakdown, something a doctor can fix. But the mother, she knows they're dealing with something supernatural. She's insisting they need a tantric, an exorcist. It's this classic battle, right? Modern science versus ancient belief. So they try the father's plan first. They go to the hospital. And while they're there, another patient in Priyanshi's room tragically dies. And then out of nowhere, Priyanshi, who's been totally unconscious this whole time, sits bolt upright. But it gets weirder. In the voice of the patient who just died, she starts comforting their grieving parents, saying, "Don't cry, Mom and Dad. My life was meant to be this short." I mean, the doctors are just stunned. There's no way she could have known that.
Back at home, her condition just deteriorates horrifically. She's screaming that she's surrounded by countless spirits that no one else can see. Her body starts to convulse so violently that her bones are literally twisting and contorting into these impossible shapes. The possession is physically breaking her apart. And then, the entities actually speak through her. They deliver this chilling ultimatum directly to her parents. They say, "She invited us in. This body is our home now. If you try to force us out, we are taking her with us."
Completely defeated and desperate, the father finally agrees. He calls a tantric, basically a spiritual expert you go to for things like exorcisms and protection from dark forces. The man arrives, and right away, he knows he's dealing with a powerful supernatural entity. But what he discovers, it's so much worse than a simple possession.
The tantric reveals the real horror of the situation. He explains that when Priyanshi disrespected that first spirit at the Crossroads, she didn't just invite it in. She tore open a gateway. Her body has become a literal portal for any wandering malevolent spirit that wants to come through. So she isn't just possessed by one entity. She's become a vessel for countless lost souls.
And the tantric is clear. He can't do this alone. A gateway this active, it's too much for one person to close. To have any chance of saving her, they need something called a mahayagya, a great ritual. And this is a ritual so powerful, it requires the combined spiritual strength of 51 Agori monks. These guys are some of the most formidable practitioners of spiritual warfare out there.
And just like that, the stage is set for this massive spiritual showdown. We're not talking about a simple exorcism anymore. No, this is a full-blown war against an army of spirits, all for the soul of one girl. So the next morning, 51 Agoris arrive, and they get right to it. They have to forcibly drag the struggling, possessed Priyanshi into the center of their circle. As they start chanting these powerful mantras, you see dozens of spirits being torn, screaming from her body, one after another. This battle rages on for 5 agonizing hours, until finally the very last spirit is expelled and she just collapses.
And they succeed. The Agoris manage to purify her soul and, this is the crucial part, they use their combined power to permanently seal that spiritual gateway that had opened up inside her. She is saved. But man, she came terrifyingly close to being lost forever. So what's the takeaway here? Well, the whole story is a pretty stark warning, isn't it? It's all about respecting places like Crossroads, and it shows that mocking ancient beliefs can have real, dire consequences. Think about it. One single act of disrespect can open a door that you might never, ever be able to close again. And all of this really leaves you with one unsettling question to think about. I mean, we live in a modern scientific world, right? But a story like this, it really makes you wonder. Are there still ancient rules out there? Unseen forces that are just better left undisturbed?